Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski. This round I'm fighting a guy called GAC from the guild Team Steroid. He's got 320k lifetime score, so it's done really well for himself. About 5.9 LGB, so about 900k over me, and incredibly offense heavy if you look at the ratio between the offensive battles won and a successful battle defense. So he recently unlocked Ray, but didn't have her yet for this week in this match. So no Galactic Legend from him. Other than that, he has some interesting stuff going on. He has a very fast Thrawn, so Thrawn is actually his fastest character at 335. And then Darth Revan after that, 327. All things considered, the speeds are nothing for me to be concerned about, and if you look at the roster and overall, he mostly has the relics you would expect, considering he just unlocked Ray, and then a couple of things that I don't have, like Bosk, G-Brood Alpha, Scion, and HK47, but I have some other relics in their place. So yeah, all things considered, an alright opponent. Let me just get into the map. So he hasn't attacked yet. This is another one of those opponents that always waits for the other guy to attack. So I will put him out of his waiting misery and get into that in a moment. Showing you what I have on defense. I've got my Grievous team, Padme and Night Sisters up top again. And then at the bottom here, for a change, I put down a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren team. Now, I'm not someone who enjoys this kind of strategy where you have a Galactic Legend and they don't, and then you chuck yours on defense and kind of call it a day for them. But in this case, it's not really about this match again, like in one of the previous seasons. For me, it's important to have some variety in my history and to show that occasionally I will set my Galactic Legend on defense, which can always happen at any point, also against Array owners, against Supreme Leader Kylo owners. I just want to have that variety in there and not always give people the, you could say, easier option where they don't have to fight the Galactic Legend, but those are often pretty tough to beat too. So I wanted to do that here, and this guy always keeps everything for offense, absolutely everything other than Grievous. And I just didn't really think like it would have mattered a whole lot if I would have changed out the Supreme Leader Kylo team here for General Skywalker. He would still have to two-shot something else. And historically, he has actually beaten some Supreme Leader Kylo teams using the Padme with 5s thing, where there's just a bug with the AI from Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and he doesn't use any AoEs or ultimate. So he's been using that team, and I'd like to see him try and do that. So who knows, maybe he'll manage to one-shot everything just fine. I did consider putting my General Skywalker in the back still. I don't think I really need him, but for a change I kept him for offense. Again, it's not about this opponent specifically, it's about setting a precedent in a history that people are a bit more cautious about assuming things that I might end up doing. So I got nothing special in the back here. Then looking over at his defense, he's got a Night Sister team, the usual First Order and Geos. And then at the bottom here he put his Grievous with Watt this time, and a pretty strong Rey Jedi training team with the Resistance heroes. So I'm gonna get started against Grievous, and for this I'm just going to use my General Skywalker. There isn't really any reason to do anything different. So just gonna get into that. I'll drop some banners here. I can probably get more banners with JKR, or at least have a chance to, but I don't really mind for this particular match. I just want to get through here. So it's been a while since I've used General Skywalker on offense in Grand Arena. I put the taunt on B2, which is always funny, like if the mods don't work out, and what gives deck to someone other than you want. So I'll just let B2 sort of kill himself, I guess, or his teammates handle himself. Do this one. 19k hit from Grievous there. That's pretty sad, actually, if you think about it. Now Grievous is going to chain up a couple AoEs here because I'm about to get a few kills in a row, which is okay because my General Skywalker still has half protection. At this moment, it's very tempting for a lot of people to call General Skywalker to assist, but actually you want to call either Arc or whoever you put command on to assist, because they get the turret to attack as well, and it gives you a couple more hits. 34k, that's starting to look a little bit more like it. And that's B1 gone, another AoE, and Grievous should be dead now. So that's a pretty easy 55, but you know, it's like a hard counter, so nothing too special there. Then let's see, we're gonna fight the Resistance team. Now for this one I have to pay a little attention to the speed. She's at 270. BB-8 is gonna be fastest, almost 300, so probably somewhere north of 340. R2 probably not gonna go as fast, and even if he goes he smoke screens, but one more thing about that in a second. This guy here, I need to stop him. So 273, so he's relatively slow. So I have some options, and I think my best option, like I could use my own resistance team, it's faster, it's stronger, but I think what makes more sense for me in this case is to use my JKR team. So I didn't need it against the Grievous team, and I don't expect to need it anywhere else. I just have to be a bit mindful that I do have to use JKR lead for the speed bonus, because I have to go for Resistance Hero Finn before they manage to smoke screen. That's really important for this match. So I'm gonna put in Jolie. They vastly out-relic me here, but with my JKR I am still at 343 speed, I think it is. So that's pretty fast, and only BB-8 should be able to go before me, and that should be it for them. So let's get into this one. Yeah, and Rage Jedi training, obviously. Forgot to mention that part. And then we can go straight for Resistance Hero Finn. And once he's under control, the match is basically decided. I don't want to AoE, as there's not too much of a point. There we go. So, pretty good. Let's take a look here. I'll stealth and then spread the buffs. And I do still have healing immunity. I'm not going to get my banner back on JKR, I can already tell you. I think that's just not going to happen. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I can maybe stall a little bit on BB-8 if I am stealthed. Swap back around to, let's do Hermit Yoda. Try to stall this out a little bit. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, I think. It's, I think, better for me, smarter to ensure that I don't lose my protection on anyone else. So let's focus on that instead. Try to remain in stealth here. Well, who knows, maybe I have a chance. Let's see. I just need to call like 2 or 3 assists and he should be back to full. Focus on... Oh, I can't, of course, he's stealthed. Let's do it this way then. Get a special in. It's gonna kill, but who knows. JKR to full. Nice. Alright, let's see what he's got in the back. So, the expected Bounty Hunters and Kira. Historically, the only variation that he does is between the Resistance team up front here, and then, trying to remember what else it was. It's not Night Sisters, because those are over here. Just one of his other weaker teams. That's the only thing he switches up, I guess, depending on what he needs on offense. So that gives me a pretty comfortable rest of the match, I would say. So normally, seeing if my opponent doesn't have a Galactic Legend, I don't feel so good about putting mine on defense, but in a case like this where people just do the exact same thing every single time, I really cannot be bothered to feel bad for them. It's just their choice to make things super obvious for their opponent. And Really, I think if you want to consistently win some Grand Arenas, just always setting the exact same is not the way to do it. So, Sion, how about you take over from poor Treya here? Because she is struggling. And she gets healed back to full. It looks so funny, or she's not even being attacked or touched, but the meter just magically fills back up. Now, he's definitely got a fast Geo team. You can really tell from all the turns they're taking here. I don't want to kill Jubert Alpha here. It's always the common thing to do, but since Spy is stealthed here, I would probably spend a fair bit of time trying to get back to Spy, and then Spy would have maybe some chance of taking me out, although the Spy had too low crit chance, so I'll just take him out here. There really isn't any threat. If it was a Relic Spy, it would be a different story. And I could just keep the... well, that was actually a kill already. I was gonna say keep the pain on Spy, but death is also pain. Right, let's blow through the other ones. Night Sisters then, let's go for the trusty bounty hunters. I could also do my first order and throw in Watt there, but I think I'd rather use my first order up against his bounty hunters. If I look at the teams I have left, that's gonna make most sense. Otherwise the alternative is using Geos, and I don't think Geos do that great. Or it would be using CLS, but I think my CLS would probably bleed a few banners against all the AoEs that they have over there. So I'd rather not do that one either. So just gonna go for the 60, hopefully, with bounty hunters. And that's good enough for me. I don't know why I always go for Scoundrel when I'm looking for what. Some kind of strange habit. Alright. And then I feel like I'm just gonna repeat myself from the last video. You put the 2-turn ability block on Mother Talzin. You burn, you put down debuffs. You hope that Daka doesn't quadruple stun everyone who's breathing on the field. And then the health tech doesn't really matter. You don't want to drop Zombie's protection until later into the fight so that you don't lose your taunt. And then either Django, if he's strong enough, or Boba will get that first kill on Mother Talzin. And then you can start fishing for a second kill. And you kind of just leave Old Daka and Zombie last. Old Daka can hit 2 targets with her basic, so that can be annoying if you're not paying attention towards the end. Whether this should maybe kill, yeah. So I've got the unique Zeta there that's preventing the revives. Yeah, so in the end you want to pay attention that everyone has their protection topped off, that Daka didn't hit anyone. Normally seen she doesn't hit that hard, but it can still happen. I've seen it happen, I think, to someone once. And it was a really close banner match for them, so they got pretty stressed about it, which was kind of funny in that moment if you're not that person, but you don't want it to happen to you. Alright, let's take him down. Her. That should kill. There we go. And there we go. So for an opponent like this as well, I don't really get the waiting part. Like, if I mess up on any of his relatively weaker teams, then great, but chances seem a little bit unlikely considering the defense that he sets. So we use resistance up next. I can undersize this one. But you know, some people they just feel more comfortable doing things in a certain way, so that's okay. I can save C3PO for CLS here, make that fight go a little bit quicker, and just go in with these 4 over here. Alright. It's kind of funny seeing this, just 1 expose, R2, what are you doing to me? He's got 100%. Well, no, it's without C3PO, I think it's a little bit lower, but close to 100% crit chance. I got 1 expose. Even though, again, exposes, they have 70% chance of landing, but even then, that's pretty dang low. So it's crazy how much different this fight would have looked if I would have landed more than one expose there. And now I get a bit hammered in the beginning. Until I can start turning things around. Let's go for this guy. I think I tapped everyone there before deciding. Right, let's hope I can still top off the protection, because I'm kind of killing a bit too quickly here. Normally seen I should get an Illuminated Destiny, but no, I'm not even close actually. So I'll drop 2 banners, too bad. Maybe this can heal him, but I don't know if I put healing immunity on him. Did I? No, okay. That's good, let's heal him. No healing immunity. Let's hope I can still get there, but I think Finn is gonna go and inevitably kill this guy. The burning does less damage, I think, because it's special offense. I'm not too sure about this one. Definitely basic, but yeah. This guy is way too pumped. So it's kind of funny, you leave out a character but you drop the banner anyway, so. Malevolence. Let's go through these real quick and wrap it up. So, anything I should be aware of here? I don't think so. He's got potency mods on Bosk. Guess he really wants that stun. Okay. Oh, well, with such a fast Bosk, and I believe he also had a really fast nest. Let me take a look there. I think he had a... Yeah, that's what he frequently put on defense. Nest under Kira or something like that. Yeah, so 313 nest. Why not put a bounty hunter team with your nest, man? If you have such a fast nest, then you can make your start at like almost 3... What is it, like 343 speed or something like that? And then Bosk as well can be super fast. And sure, you've got a gear 11 Django that you would put in the lead, but... I mean, still, does he have the Zeta? On the leadership, not the unique, okay. Well, that's what I would have done. It would have forced me to use my resistance team over there, although my first order can probably handle it too. But yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that. Alright, let's go. Probably just gonna go in with 5. Any reason to do anything different? Nah. For the 1 banner, I mean, it doesn't really make much sense. I know there's a feat going on as well, but it doesn't add too much here. So let's draw back Bosk's turn meter, if I can, which I cannot. I'd like to get advantage on everyone first. Start feeding turn meter. I mean, I could try and stun him. It's an option, but I think I'll just start doing work on Bosk. And eventually get the stunning this way. So pass the turn over to... Who do I want to have fun with? I think this guy. I'll just let the others kind of get themselves down. Because there's multiple who are going to be doing that. Let's go. Just have to make sure that I stall enough towards the end to recover my protection banners. But I think they'll do nicely at... Wow, that was a very big hit. I think they'll do nicely at helping me do that. Let's see, almost everyone's full. And Dengar just used his special, so if I can just burn through Bosk relatively soon, then I should be okay. I guess it's Fox here who took some damage. I wasn't really paying attention to his bar. Let's make some speed. Let's see, just the basic. Ugh. The assists, you've got to get used to that. The fact that they come in so randomly. This one then, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to really time out on here. So I'm just gonna go with, I could even try Nest, I guess. Because she circumvents Taunt anyway. Not really any reason not to. They're going to recover protection, but eventually I'll just overtake them. Mission here will build up enough potency to daze me occasionally, but there's just no damage on the team. So let's just go in with Nest here. Eventually the armor shreds will stack, but hopefully by then the fight is over. And even if you blind Nest, she's still just going to hit, so that makes this substantially easier. The dazes definitely help for their side. I'll have to hurry up a bit, make sure I don't time out, and eventually take out Mission, because that could make things last pretty long. Almost done. The rare counter in there just before the daze hits again. That's pretty funny. Okay, after Vandor, my next target will be Mission. There we go. If I can get to her anyways, if I can't get to her, then it makes plenty of sense to go for Kira. She gets so many moves in there with all the assists, but it does not matter if you're gear 11. And I'll just autoplay the rest, because there's no more blinds at this point, no more dazes. Alright, this is taking a while. Funny gear 11 L3 here. Just 0 crits once the Mark III kicks in. Well, there was one over there. Alright. Yeah, not really sure on that team. If you're gonna go light on defense, at least put something there that people struggle with. Maybe you put it in thinking I would use my troopers for the feat, but I don't really care about feats so much. Ooh, interesting one. So 414k fleets. That's a little bit nicer than the 330-ish ones that I usually see. Let's go with these 5. Just bring an extra ship to make sure. I mean, I fight in Fleet Arena with 4 ships, but this is not your daily arena climb. And one-shotting everything and then messing up on the fleet would be pretty freaking dumb. So let's not do that. Well, can't even tap this one. Alright, so I can spec here. It's a bit of a sad special against all that crit avoidance, but it does help a little bit. Alright. Usually around this time they give my Y-Wing a little bit of love, who's still just 5 stars. Yeah, there's the Millennium Falcon as expected. Get rid of the buzz droids, keep myself alive a little bit longer. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna... So it looks like my recording cut off there and I didn't notice. I got 64 banners in the end. I didn't need to call in Ahsoka anymore, as I just used the ultimate and then the AoE. And then Y-Wing was the one to kill their Millennium Falcon. So sorry for that one. Final score should be decent. 1934, so I don't really see my opponent beating that one. In the event that they do, or there's anything interesting to show, then I can just show you in the next round, at the start of the next round. But for now, I don't really see my opponent standing much of a chance to get through all of this cleaner than I got through their stuff. So in the finals, I will probably, would be my guess, be fighting this guy, Corneo, with a almost 360k lifetime score. So that should be a really interesting one. I think it might be the first Ultimate Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, or just Supreme Leader Kylo Ren at all that I've faced in Grand Arena up until now. Because it's been just Rey's, and all of the other Kylos have dropped off every time I would have had a chance of facing them. So that should be a super interesting match, I think. So looking forward to that one, and see you all soon.